I try to make this my catchphrase right here. Ah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. And tonight is Wednesday, and we are live at 5. This is the show. The show is kind of like a podcast type thing that we talk about Winnebago sports from here in the community of Winnebago. We try to highlight all of our Winnebago student athletes, and then we kind of spread the love to our neighbors from the South Omaha tribe, and then also our neighbors from the North, the Santee Sioux tribe. We try to kind of share all the good things that are happening with the student athletes around the way in Indian country. So that's what it is, and this is your host, Coach Q, along with my co-host right here. We got Coach Chris LaPointe in the house with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So what's up, Chris?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, Coach Chris. So how's it been going? I mean, I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. I mean, it seems like when basketball season's over, and it seems like a lot of people say they don't see me no more. I go into hibernation, you know. And but I know that the summer's coming up, and we both kind of got some big plans for the summer coming up, you know. But how's it been going so far since basketball season's been over?
It's been going pretty good, but I think for the most part, you know, this is kind of the more busier part for me because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do over the summer. Well, you know, the schools are kind of closing down because usually that's, you know, during school years when we're the busiest, you know, with our work and stuff. So it kind of picks up right towards the end, and then guys start looking for different jobs and stuff like that. So I got to start covering for my guys and just being there to kind of get that stuff done. But for the most part, just staying super busy and, you know, just doing all the dad duties at home and running around and, you know, just continuing to be the jack of all trades.
Yeah, so you see that, and those are the stories that a lot of the youngsters that we work with throughout the year, they don't understand, they don't see, you know, those stories about Coach Chris and all the stuff that he does behind the scenes. You know, They see you in the gym, they hear you at the games, you know, they see you up here on the live stream, but they don't see Coach Chris at the house being a dad, having all the responsibilities that us dads got. So, hey, I'm glad you're staying busy though, because that's the way to be. Stay busy, man. It keeps you young, you know. So, man, a lot of sports have been happening in the last couple of weeks, you know, and even though basketball kind of slowed down a little bit, a lot of these sports are like really picking up. You know, Winnebago track and field. The last couple episodes we've been talking about the track and field team, and man, the team itself is doing really well. I've been to almost every one of the track meets. I think I missed one in Laurel last week, but I've been to all the rest of the track meets, and man, our Winnebago athletes are really showing what they can do out there on the field and on the track, doing field events. We got Darius Flemister, we have Gianna Grant. Those guys are placing all the time in the high jump. I believe Kimmy Stover, she just placed yesterday in the high jump. Rock, my son Rock, he's been placing at each track meet, whether he does a relay with his boys or he does the mile or the 800. He placed third in the mile yesterday, which was a pretty impressive run because, you know, we've been watching him run for the last couple of years now, and he got his personal best, and he held on to a third place finish and almost got it. You know, he was shooting for that first, but then he come pretty close. So really proud of him. And then like I was saying, Booby been placing wherever he goes in the 100 and the 200, the high jump. Our 2-mile relay team with Ho Hump and his little crew, those guys been placing every time. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because Winnebago's team has been placing in these meets too, and that's like, we never do that. You know, we never have enough kids to go out and make those kind of points in a track meet. You know, because you know, every sixth place win you get points, and then fifth, you know, all the way up to first place you get more points. And at the end of the track meet, the team that has most points obviously is winning. You know, and Winnebago, I believe, been placing in these like 16 to 20 teams, been placing like at 7th, 9th, and I believe they got 6th maybe yesterday. So they're doing really well. So I got to tip my hat to those guys. Yep. And like I said on our last episode, Coach Nick was up here. Really impressed about Winnebago's track team, because this has got to be a record year for the amount of athletes that are out for track this year, boys and girls combined, because we had some good track teams, some good track athletes coming up, but we never had the numbers that we have today. Me and BLUV was talking about our graduating class. He graduated 13 kids out of his class. I graduated 10 out of my class. And that was 35 years ago. Dang. That's a long time. It is. It's a long time ago. But today we're graduating out 50 to 60 kids, per class, and then that's why our track team is so huge. And then I see a lot of student athletes that are on the track team that you don't see on the basketball court. You don't see them on the football field. True. You don't see them on the volleyball court. Yep. It's a sport where you can come out of your shell and just go and try something new. And these kids are showing what they can really do, and they're placing these track meets. So, man, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and you got to be a certain type of athlete too. And I think like track and field is the most slept on because it's truly all about your athleticism. Like as far as like how high you can jump and how fast you are, like for your vertical and like your times and stuff like that. Like that's all your athleticism. Like it requires everything that you got. And I mean, I'm not saying like basketball and football don't, because you do got to be a certain type of athlete, but with track, like you really got to be a true athlete, especially if you're gonna do multiple events too. I think it can get pretty tough for some of the guys going and doing 3 events. I always like it up for Gianna because she's always doing a whole bunch of events.
Yeah.
And it's like just one you would think would be like that's all you should focus on as far as when you go to these meets, to just say, hey, I'm gonna knock out just this one, but then having 3, 4, like
just to try them out. Okay, so we're gonna have a little discussion about this. Okay, we don't have any cue cards in front of us or anything like that. It's a discussion. That's why we have the show to discuss. So, do you remember? Did you offer track when you was in high school?
1 year.
1 year. So, do you remember who the track stars were? Who the big track stars were in high school with you guys, boys and girls?
I want to say like my senior year was probably like Ken LaPointe. I think he was like the only like track guy that like really ran like that. I can't really think of any more like off top, but I'm trying to think of that senior class. I think it's kind of hard to kind of remember right now. I know Jeff did some kind of events too in track every now and again, but as far as like just like a standout, like I can't really think of who the standout was. I'm trying to think of some guys off top, but
see like so just gonna go back further to my day. Wally Earth was a good runner back in the day. I think he might still have a school record for the mile and 2 mile maybe. And then we haven't had a runner after that since then Diami. Diami, after 30 years or so, and then Winnebago got a really good noticeable, somebody that we can recognize for being a good runner. I mean, everybody had good runners, but like when people stand out and their names are in bold and stuff like that. So it's been a long time since we had a good runner. So. But Wally was one. Jesse White was a freshman, I think, when I was a senior. And his freshman year, he took 3rd place at the state track meet in the long jump. And I believe, I don't know exactly what his distance was, but it was a school record at the time when he went to state that year. Oh man, and. Yeah, so see, but our track team was so small. It was so small. We had like maybe 4 or 5 boys on our track meet. I do got a story for you. The show, our sports show here, it's also a place where we can tell old stories too. And this is a true story. And if I had my good friend and my old mentor Mel Southwell, do you remember Mr. Southwell?
Mm-hmm.
So if Mel Southwell is here, he could tell you this. He probably even told me this story in class one time. So my 8th grade year, I came back to Winnebago because we went to school in Walt Hill during football and basketball season. We came back for track season. Mel Southwell was my coach. We went to a track meet out in Columbus, Nebraska. And there were 3 guys on our team, me, Eric Little George, and TJ O'Gorman, all right? So anyway, Eric and TJ, I think TJ hurt himself. Eric might have been ineligible or something like that. They call him bro out. But anyway, I was the only one to end up going. So anyway, we get out there to Columbus. We got there to Columbus, and Coach Southwell was like, "Hey, so what events you want to do?" He said, "You can do 4." And I was just joking around at first. At first, I said, "Well, hey, how about I do? Since it's just me, let me do 4 events as Quince Bass, and then put me in another 4 events as Greg Bass Jr." And so, hey, man, this time has passed, so we can say that. Anyway, so we did that. So I ran in 8 events. I did 8 events that day, and I took first place in all of them except for 2. I took second place. There were 16 teams, and I took third place. Took third place in the meet. And that
Single
trophy,
hand.
and if I can find that trophy at the school, I'm gonna show you, man. But anyway, I saw that trophy a couple years ago. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
but that was Coach Mel Southwell. He let me ride on that one, and I thought it was pretty fun though. So
true definition of one-man team.
yeah, I know, right? For real. Oh yeah, hey, Coach Chris, coming up here in a few minutes, we're gonna have some special guests coming in here. One of our distinguished coaches from the community, Evan Decora. He's a coach of the boys' 5th grade basketball team, New Breed, and those boys are all going to be coming in here for an exclusive interview. Just a few weeks ago, when we were all busy with Denver and stuff like that, these boys all headed down to they call it the Nationals down in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas now, right? The city that never sleeps. They went down there and they competed, and these boys did really well. And we're going to have these boys tell their story about the tournament and their experience down there in Las Vegas at these Nationals coming up here in a few minutes. So listeners, make sure you guys stay tuned about that, okay? So Coach Evan Decora is stepping to the microphone with us today. Coach Evan, say what's up.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, hey, Coach, me and Coach Chris, we were just kind of chopping it up about the track season. Winnebago's track season, they're doing pretty well as a team, and kind of been following. Us guys as parents and as community coaches, we kind of follow all the boys and the girls in their sports, no matter what. Anyway,
Yeah.
like we know what G-Boy and OC and the rest of the crew's doing in golf.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing really good, and they're making a
killing it.
name for themselves. So, but we all know that because we're paying attention out here. But that's kind of what we're doing today.
Okay.
And I let the listeners know that we got the boys coming in to do their interview. But I'm happy you brought the boys up here because it's a story that we missed the last couple episodes. But man, just a lot of sports been going on.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to make sure to get your guys' spotlight because going out to a tournament such as the one you guys went to, and then how you guys handled the tournament out there is a good story in itself. So we're going to get to that, okay?
All right.
But I'm just happy you guys showed up here. But we were talking a little bit about basketball anyway, and then I want to say one big thank you to DJ Bessamy. She's always on point with the ones and twos back here on the controlling. Beth and I try to talk about the Royals, the Winnebago Royals. So, ladies and gentlemen, and Coach Chris, you guys can kind of chime in too. Just recently, I saw a new post out there. It looks like Coach Stover and Coach Trayvon and some other coaches as well. They're offering out there some special training and conditioning and drills and practice time, and it sounds like they're going to be getting some girls together for a travel team this summer. And the name, it's a new name. It's a whole new idea, and we're going to talk about this too, Coach. But the Winnebago Royals Basketball Club, competitive girls basketball focused on improving on and off the court. And then it's a current 6th and 7th and 8th grade girls, and they're going to be going into the summertime. They're going to have tryouts here pretty soon. We'll go down a little bit more. Yeah, right there. So the skill development, the training sessions going to be focused on basketball fundamentals and game intelligence. It's going to be working on competitive play, participation in select regional tournaments to challenge players in game situations. So a lot of AAU, they might be traveling to Omaha, Lincoln, maybe even some Iowa City or some Ames tournaments. It's also going to be working on character building. The program says we believe that excellence on the court extends beyond athletic performance. Our program emphasizes personal growth, helping young women to become not only skilled basketball players but also strong leaders and positive community members. And yeah, it does say that the tournament places they're going to be traveling to is Sioux Falls, Omaha, and Lincoln. Not too far, a couple hours away, probably a couple overnight trips and stuff like that, but that'll be fun for the summer. So Coach Chris, what do you think?
Yeah,
about
that's
this?
I was just gonna say that's pretty cool. I didn't get to see that, or I didn't know that that was out there. But you know, I've always felt like there needed to be a stronger effort for the young ladies in our community. You know, I always felt that was kind of slept on. So kudos to them for, you know, putting that together and, you know, getting all the girls, you know, to kind of travel and just get out there and, you know, creating some opportunities for them, because I just always feel like they all deserved it, and all those young girls can all play basketball. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised, you know, from second grade all the way up to eighth grade, those girls can all compete and they can all play. So huge shout out to the Royals.
Yeah, and one thing that I noticed too is, and I'm really feeling a little sense of pride as a coach in this community. You know, for the past few years, is seeing these younger coaches. Well, such as you guys saw, you know, Coach Chris, Coach Evan, is seeing you guys come out here and dedicate a part of your life, and these coaches too, Coach Trevon, Coach Stoner, you know, dedicate just a part of their life to these girls, you know, just for this itself, you know, to make them better, you know. Coach Chris, you know, me and you's gonna talk a little bit about Warpath, and Evan, you're just gonna blend right in with these boys with New Breed, you know. These little programs that we kind of like, you know, we want to kind of build something. We want to build something, you know. We want to build something for our own kids, you know. A lot of my coaching was because of my own kids, and then, you know, a lot of the kids got to take the ride too, and it was fun. It's been fun, you know. This whole ride been fun, but a lot of it had to do with just, you know, my kid was playing, so I wanted to coach, and I wanted to make sure that I try to teach him everything that I learned. I'm not the best coach, but try to teach everything I learned, so then maybe they can continue on learning after I let them know everything I know, you know.
Yeah.
And just keep on adding to the game. And who knows, you know, with the help of you coaches and me and these other coaches right here, maybe there's a state tournament team or a state championship team in there somewhere, you know. And so my thoughts about the Royals program is, I just think it's perfect, you know. We started Warpath, you know, years ago, probably about 8 years ago, and we saw what can happen with that by working with each age group, you know. All you can do is get better. One thing that Winnebago used to do a long time ago is they just used to coach in staggered. It was staggered all the time. There were gaps. You know, we had working with this age group, another person working with this age group, but nobody working with the two age groups in between them. So then you get, you know, seniors that are pretty decent, then you got two grades that, you know, that guys haven't been coached before, and then a freshman crew coming up that is really good, and they're taking playing time from these juniors and seniors because they weren't coached well, you know. So so what we did is we got rid of the gap, right? We got rid of the gap, and then that's what these boys are doing right here. They're filling in a gap, you know, because Warpath goes up to the sixth grade right now, or the sixth graders, and you guys coming right behind them with a program that's doing really well. So we're not missing anything, you know. Might be a different name for a team, got different sponsors, different, you know, fundraisers and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it's all for the same cause, and that's, you know, WPS. That's what we're trying to get, you know. We're trying to get these boys up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I got to tip my hats to coaches for starting this for the young ladies. And just so you guys know, this age group right here is pretty special. Chris's mom, Darla, and all the girls in the class, and then me and my bro Jules, like we were decent athletes on both, you know, both the boys and girls. When the fans showed up to watch games, they showed up for the boys and girls. It wasn't like nobody showed up for the girls, they all showed up for the boys, or after the girls game everybody left, you know. No, everybody stuck around all night. This team right here that are sitting behind us, they're going to be like that too, because 3 weeks ago, I think, or 4 weeks ago, the 5th grade girls team was in here because they just took home a first place at MIT, and they went undefeated. They won the league tournament, they won the preseason tournament, the league tournament at the end, and then MIT. And so those girls are going to be pretty decent too. And then the Royals program is the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Like how, you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
There's no grade that's missing out right now, and so I think that's special. And I hope you guys heard that, because that's what's happening out here in the grown folk world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so anyway, I just want to make mention of that. And so if you're interested, if you have a daughter that is in the 6th grade, 7th grade, or 8th grade, and you're interested in having them play some summer ball out of Winnebago with the Winnebago Royals, make sure have them contact Coach Stoner or Coach Trayvon, or if you're on Facebook, just go to your search thing and look for Winnebago Royals basketball program, and you'll see their logo. Go check them out and make sure you contact them. Get your girls involved. All right. So hey, let's get on into it then, guys. So ladies and gentlemen out there that are listening around Indian Country, we have Coach Evan Decora with us today. Coach Evan is he's the coach for the boys 5th grade basketball team out of Winnebago called the New Breed Basketball Squad.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Evan, so we asked you to come on today. I'm real happy you came on. You brought the boys. Some of them are wearing some of their gear from down in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think Las Vegas, man, I went there one time and I had a blast. I didn't want to leave, and then I think these boys all went to play ball down there. Man, we got to hear some stories, okay? So, Coach Evan, I'm going to have you talk first, but let's call one of your boys up here, whoever you want to, whatever one you want up here. Whichever one first.
Whoever wants to.
All right, right here. No, right here. All right, Cade. All right, Cade's a vet right here. He's a young guy, but he's a vet. All right, hey, Coach Ev. So, kind of give us a little kind of detailed intro to your guys' experience down to Las Vegas, like with your fundraising efforts, and give you a little time to give some shout outs and stuff like that. But kind of give us the whole spiel, because I want to know how you guys did it, from beginning to end. So we'll leave the championship game and all that talk for a little bit later on.
Okay.
But let's talk about your experience right now.
Well, I just want to give my shout out to my fathers, first of all, it's Hayden Gunn OC for letting us represent New Breed.
Oh yeah.
So shout outs there, and shout out to my fiance for holding that down at home, because we practice 3 times, maybe 4 times a week during basketball season. So shout out to her. And for fundraising, it probably wouldn't be possible, the team that we had, with all the parents and stuff, shout out to them.
Yeah.
They all came together. They had meetings, game plan out throughout the whole fundraisers and stuff. And so shout out to the parents too, for planning all the fundraisers and setting everything up. So, but besides that, just going down there, it was, we drove, me, Sky, Lindsay, and all our kids. So that was a 16-hour or 19-hour drive.
So did most people drive, or did some guys fly too?
I think it was just my crew and then Cade's crew. We ran into Cade's crew on the way down there in a town called somewhere in Utah.
Okay.
But yeah, we ended up passing them on the interstate and stuff. So then we kind of followed each other all the way down to Las Vegas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So then I think everyone else flew.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it was a trip, man. It was cool. As soon as we got down, he checked in. They had everything, and check-in was kind of crazy, but thanks to Darlene for having her binder and everything organized. So all I had to do was just open it, show them the tryout IDs and the school reports and stuff like that. So then that was then after that, after we checked in, we got the picture and stuff, and went back to the hotel room and our Airbnbs, and just, got ready for that. I think it was the afternoon game, but yeah. First game, I forgot who we played, but that first game, it was getting the jitters out of the way, with these guys. Down there, I'll get into it later, but it was just straight res ball down there, dude.
That's what these guys love.
Yeah, I mean, and no, at arena, it's they kind of laid back a little bit, but down there it was just in your face defense the whole time, and they were used to it, and so you got the jitters, and we got through those pool play the first 3 games, and they finally got used to it and adjusted, because we were turning the ball over like crazy in the first 3 games, but. We wasn't used to it, but like I said, they adjusted. They got comfortable, and they started playing their own game after that.
Hey, we got Cade. Cade's up here. He's on the mic too. Cade, say what's up to everybody.
What's up?
All right, so we're gonna try to get a little bit of conversation with Coach, and then you, and then have somebody switch up and stuff like that. Okay, and then we're gonna keep you up here though. Okay, so Cade, you gotta tell me something. What was the funnest part about that Las Vegas trip that you can remember?
The hotel.
The hotel? So what was fun about it though?
Like,
Is Airbnb talking about?
no.
No hotel?
Yeah. It was like, it had a living room, 2 bedrooms, and then, a kitchen.
Was it a hotel, just a hotel, or was it a casino hotel?
It was like just a hotel.
Just a hotel? So the hotel was pretty awesome?
Mm-hmm.
And your whole family go down?
Yeah.
Everybody got to enjoy it?
Yeah.
All right, so last question. What was the coolest thing that you ate down there? The best thing you ate down there in Las Vegas? Everybody had to eat something down there in Vegas.
Really didn't eat anything.
Huh?
But I don't know.
No? I thought you were going to say some crab legs or something like that, man. Or some
The
kind
pregame hot dog.
The pregame hot dogs. All right, hey Kate, thanks for sharing with us a little bit. Let somebody else hop up here too. Hey, Coach Ed. So these guys are all pretty crazy. Like when I see these guys in the gym or at the games, stuff like that, they're all kind of jokesters and stuff like that. Everybody has a good time. We got Alan stepping up to the mic now. Alan, say what's up.
Alternate.
What's up?
It sounds like Alan got Alternate Award down there.
Yeah, he did.
All right. So you got an Alternate Award down there. How'd that make you feel? Was it a surprise?
Yeah.
It's a surprise. So tell me how you felt when they called your name. Like they said, Alan.
I don't know.
You don't know how you felt? Like did you at least smile? Did you run out there and give a guy a high five or something?
I mean, I smiled.
Yeah.
Did you feel cool?
Yeah.
Yeah? Your first one?
Yeah.
Oh.
He earned that through the championship because the team that we played, it was a local team, but they had a really tall guy. He was taller than me, and Alan face guarded him, and it just kept him from scoring. I think he only scored once.
Really?
Yeah. And he just beat him up, rebounded, and did everything he could.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot in growing up if you're gonna keep on playing basketball. That's what wins championship games is playing defense. And so you got that alternative by playing defense, man. I think that's even a more meaningful award than getting an alternative because you scored 30 points.
It's true.
I really do think that. I always taught my boys play defense first. You can always score later. Just play defense first. So congratulations on that award right there. Okay.
Thank you.
Now tell me, what was your favorite shot you made down there?
A 3?
A 3, but you gotta tell me about it. Was it a cool 3 or was it just a basic 3 that was your favorite shot?
Basic 3.
Basic 3? Man. Okay, you guys, when you guys get up to the mic, you guys gotta make it sound real cool. Say I did a reverse layup and double pump and reverse over my head, something like that. Hey, thanks a lot, Ellen.
Then even forgot to mention Cade, but when we played Meskwaki that first round in bracket play, Cade had a breakout game, man. I think he ended up with 16. 16? Yeah.
Ooh.
I think he pulled that gap from Meskwaki for us and stuff. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice, Cade. Yeah. All right. Hey, Alan, thanks a lot, buddy. Hey, we can get somebody else up here. Yeah. Hey, each one of these guys, I remember these guys when they started out, these little second graders, guys still double dribbling all the time. But now, you come to watch you guys play. I think I stopped down to MIT. You guys have played MIT, right?
Yeah.
I think I stopped down in between games to watch one of your guys' games. and I kind of saw the team you guys playing. I was thinking to myself, oh, you know, and I went away for a little bit, and I came back like about 5-6 minutes later, and you guys was running them, man. You guys are way smaller than them, but you guys are running them, man. It kind of made me feel proud, you know. That
Was there a red team? Like,
I think it was.
yeah, that team was from Missouri, I think.
From Missouri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they beat us that first pool play. They got whooped us up, but we ended up meeting in the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys got them?
We ended up losing by 10. Man, it was a good fight though. It was good. It was way better than the first game.
Yeah, and sometimes you walk into a gym and you're not sure what you're looking at, and you look at matchups. Coaches look at matchups right away, right?
Oh yeah.
And then so you walk out, and I was like, dang, you know, that's the first thing I thought, dang, these guys. But then when I started watching you guys play, then you guys run right with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then those guys, they have some elite, you know, across, you know, they're some kind of a program.
Yeah.
And you guys just got these guys schoolmates, you know, their classmates and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And stuff, so little bros and whatnot. So
Neighbors,
it makes me feel good
buddies.
over there. All right, hey, looks like we got a gentleman right here that looks like he might have got an MVP award right here. Hey, why don't you come up here and introduce yourself, young man? Your name is
Mark.
Mark Vicora. Mark, I look at this young man as being an all-around athlete. Like, you know, we'll talk about him during football season, talk about him during baseball season, and then even basketball season. Now we're talking about him too. But I want to say congratulations to you, young man, for coming home with the MVP award on a national tournament. Okay, now, Coach Hughes, and tell you something. This is what my dad told me one time. Okay, so if you're playing at a national tournament, right? A national tournament, they call it nationals, and your team ends up winning, that means you got the best team in the nation that went to that tournament, right? Now, if you get the MVP award, then you're the best player on the best team in the nation. Can you understand that? So don't take that lightly when you think about your award. But at the same time, you know, don't go around bragging about it and stuff like that. Make you better. That award, if you got a trophy or a medal or something, no.
No, we just got sweaters.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you.
Or he got a duffel bag that said MVP. on
Okay,
it.
so keep that duffel bag somewhere you can see it all the time, and make that duffel bag make you work. Okay, the reason why you got that is because you earned it, and so anytime that you think about that duffel bag, you got to earn everything. Okay, so just be humble about it, but congratulations, because that's a huge accomplishment, young man. Hey, so let's Coach Chris, you got any questions for young man Mark?
What was your clutchest moment down there?
Making a fast breakthrough in the championship.
Oh,
That's what.
a last second three or
No, that's what started our run, because we was down 9 halfway through the second half, and I think that's what started our run right there. Is this fast break 3.
Oh.
Then after that, it was just everyone was clicking. And
Was you scared? That's good though. Being scared or being nervous is good though. 'Cause that does help. But no, other than that, how much points did you have in one game? What was the most?
Like 15.
15. And what's more important to you, assists or points?
Assist.
Oh, that's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, that's a good answer right there. Yeah, hey, I was gonna say it's a good answer, and it's the right answer, I would say, because kind of sounds like a lot of these younger ones back here behind us kind of look up to you too. You know, not just because you got that award, but probably because you play a certain role on your team. You know, everybody here plays a different role, but you play that role that maybe and I'm just saying this because it's kind of happened with me. I know it happens with you too, but coaches' boys are always like the ones that, you know, because they have to hear the coaches more often. These guys just got to hear you for 2 hours. These guys got to hear you for 24 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they hear a lot more, and so they're kind of like they're kind of blended into being in a leadership position.
Yeah.
So that's a good role to have, though. It's a good role to have, because then every one of these guys will trust you, and then you got to trust every one of these guys too. You know who can shoot. But yeah, hey, let's get a couple more guys up here. Who wants to step up next? Hey, thanks, Mark, and congratulations again, young man.
Yep.
Man, so my little brother Pete, they had all Indian nationals down in Lawrence, Kansas. I think it was like 2003 or 4 or something like that. He went down with Razor Sharp, and they were in a championship game. They were down by 21 points at halftime. Pete got on a hot streak, and he hit like 7 threes in a row in the second half, and Razor Sharp ended up winning. So they gave him the MVP honors at the national tournament right there. So that's how my dad kind of explained it to me. He was the best team, or he was the best player on the best team in a national tournament on that weekend. So that weekend, my son was the best basketball player, best native basketball player in the world. That's kind of how he explained it. So so for your boy, that's kind of how I look at it too. So anyway, hey, oh man, we got a little sky guy up here, Colson. We got Colson stepping to the mic. Mike, say what's up, Cole.
What's up?
What's up? All right, so we're gonna kind of piggyback off of what we've kind of been talking with those guys about your favorite this, your favorite that. Okay, and I already asked favorite food, and somebody said hot dogs. And, but myself, I want to say this question I have for you is, so I watched your dad play ball all his life growing up, you know, and I see that you kind of play just like him. You kind of play similar to him.
I think better.
Better?
Better.
Better?
say
Oh,
that.
Sky Guy. Oh. So
I just want to
anyway,
mention real quick that flu game down there. Flu game down in Las Vegas.
okay, so that's I want to try to get to that then. So let's talk about your flu game to Las Vegas, okay? So there's a story going around on the internet that there was a flu game down there. So I want you to tell us about the flu game.
It was hard and it was tiring.
It was hard and tiring. So you were sick though? You actually had the flu? And then so in Las Vegas, how hot was it down there, you guys?
It was record hot.
Oh yeah, because it's in July. Or no, you guys. When were you guys down there?
March.
In March. So tell us a little bit about that flu game. You didn't feel good? What made you get up and go play still instead of staying back at the road?
Just trying to win.
You wanted to win?
Yeah,
So-
he was pushing through it, man. I was in his ear. It's time to fight through it, but he didn't want to, just relax. But he got up and he got steals, he got rebounds, he kind of did it all. And the scoring, and defense and everything.
So even though you was feeling, under the weather and stuff like that, you were still out there just giving your all? Man, that's what I'm talking about right there.
I think didn't you leave the game to go throw up? Yeah.
Those some warrior ball players right there,
Yeah.
Getting that, building that warrior quality, that championship quality kind of player there. So hey, I say congratulations to you, Colson. I know that that you're also one of the key members on this squad right here. I'm looking at just the squad back here. And I'm looking at I think about everybody's dads. You know what I mean? Everybody's dads or their moms or their uncles and stuff like that. And you guys all come from basketball families, man. Every one of you guys come from basketball families. So it's not really a surprise that you guys are like doing so well, So, but I do gotta piggyback off something you said too about a shout out you gave earlier about to the parents, because like I'm looking at these boys right here, and I see them all, their parents involved with the fundraising. I see everybody's fundraising efforts going out all throughout the fundraising season, and then all the parents are bringing all their stuff and
Yeah, they're all engaged.
Yeah, and-
they made it easy for me, man. All I had to do was just coach, and they're off to the side in their group, and
Yeah.
writing stuff down, and so
yeah, it's
shout out to them, man.
Me and Coach Chris know all about that fundraising efforts too. And then the older they get, the more you got to fundraise.
Yeah.
Because everything costs a lot more, and they start eating a lot more, all this kind of stuff. But let me tell you a short story while you're sitting up here, because your Choka Scotty Koo and myself, we used to do this right here when I was a young coach, like in my early 20s and stuff, and the parent involvement wasn't like this back in the day. It wasn't, the teen center, the YDC, the youth development center, and then that turned into the Whirling Thunder Wellness Center. You know, we always had vehicles, vans, youth programs trying to get numbers. You know, every time we went and did, you know, took the kids somewhere, we took 12 kids. It was 4 hours. Well, that's 12 times 4. You know, that's 48 contact hours. Oh, that was good for the night. You know, that's how they kind of like got their funding and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And so then the parents just got used to that. Wow, they'll take a van. We'll just go drop our kid off. You know, it was like that all the time. And it took a long time for us, you know, to chip away and try to get rid of that kind of culture in Winnebago about the youth basketball, youth sports. You know, so over the years it got better and better and better and better. And then today, you know, you got just like you guys started your own teams. You know, the parents are already kind of like pre-involved. They want their kid to go and travel. They want their kid to learn.
Yeah.
So of course I'm going to do everything I can for that. And if I have to take my kid over here, if I got to take him to Omaha to meet for a tournament, they're doing it now. They're not just leaving it up to one person. You know, so I do got to give a shout out to all the parents nowadays for that.
Yeah.
For that help, because it wasn't always like that, you know. So, all right. Hey, Colson, let's get somebody else up here. Who's up next, guys? Oh, hop up here.
Kinger.
All right. Step into the mic. We got King Earth. There you go. He's got to learn how
There you
to
go.
put these headphones on. All right, King, say what's up to the people out there.
What's up?
Say what's up, Mom.
What's up, Mom?
What's up, Dad?
What's up, Dad?
All right. Hey, so I watched all your brothers and sisters play basketball as I was growing up, and you guys all can hoop, you know, and they all played for different teams just like this, too. They had all their classmates. Everybody was hoopers. Dude, even like your mom and your Auntie Janelle's guys, I watched all those guys. I watched all you guys play ball growing up, you know. I'm old. But after all that, I've never been to Las Vegas to play basketball, but you guys have, so you got to tell me, what was your funnest part of your experience down there in Las Vegas?
Like walking the strip, there's like a whole bunch of lights there.
Oh, yeah?
It was bright.
Yeah, that's the answer I was shooting for. All right, so tell me what you thought about that when you first saw it, because you probably saw it on TV, right? But when you first saw it in real life, what do you think? It's pretty cool?
It didn't even feel real.
For real? It didn't feel real? What did it feel like?
Like a video game or something.
Oh, yeah? Just all that craziness going on? Yeah. So you saw it at that daytime or nighttime and daytime? Or just nighttime? Yeah.
Both.
This trip. You know, this trip is pretty crazy. I went down there one time, and yeah, nobody sleeps. Like traffic is going on forever. So what about the basketball tournament? What was the best part about the basketball tournament?
Probably like winning it all.
Winning it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that feeling good, huh? Being the last team there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being that last team there, everybody's trying to close the gym up, and you're still there. You're like, yes, that means we did something here, you know? Yeah, that's good one. All right, so hey, you guys plan on going back to Vegas for another basketball tournament soon?
You gotta defend our title, huh?
Go back next year? Defend it?
We gotta defend it.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one, man. Well, hey, man, thanks, Doc King, for stepping to the mic, kind of, you know, telling the people about your fun time out there. And I know you guys all had fun. All right, who we get up here next? All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody up here to give them a little bit of time.
Let's go,
you know?
Tan.
These guys are all. Is this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, so this guy right here, he's got a little bit different story for us. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. You are listening to the show. This is your host, Coach Hugh. I got my co-host, Coach Chris, in the house with me. Also, we got Coach Evan DeCora and his New Breed basketball team. They're fifth graders here. They came back a couple weeks ago from a big tournament down in Las Vegas, Nevada, Nationals they called it. They came back, and we're still going to hear about that championship game here pretty soon too by Coach Evan. But they did pretty well down at the tournament. We're just trying to hear a little bit from the boys and their experience. A lot of the boys talked a little bit about basketball, a little bit about the strip. We just heard from King Earth. Now we're going to be a little different topic right now with this young man. He's a little hooper. He's one of the big rebounders for the New Breed basketball team. And
That was crazy.
how do you say his name? Tan?
Tan.
Tan. So this young man right here, like I said, he pulled out many, many rebounds, helped the Newbury basketball team to success, not just in this tournament, but all year long. But man, we have a story about this guy. All right, so Tatum, you're gonna have to tell us a little bit about what happened down here. You want to tell us a little bit about what happened down there? That picture right there. Where's your picture?
We went over to Tally's Airbnb because she had a bigger pool, and it was kind of in the evening time, close to getting dark and stuff. So
Yeah.
we ran over to Tally's house to go swim and stuff, and we was cooking and munching on was it seafood boil and stuff. So all these guys are outside and swimming, and go ahead, let you take it from there.
I went outside, and the pool was cold,
Yeah.
so I went to go look around because the yard was kind of big. And when I stepped out, like on the rocks, I got stung. And I thought it was just a bee sting,
Uh,
but it was a scorpion.
ooh. So you got stung by a scorpion? Man, out in the desert?
Yeah, so when he first came in, he was complaining about his foot to his mom and stuff. Or like, "What would you get stung by?" Like, and then Tally's like, "Oh, there's bees out there." He's like, "It's probably a bee." He's like, "All right." Then so he went back outside. Then, not even 30 seconds later, his big brother came back and he's like, "Mom," he's like, "Go get 10." He's like, he can't feel his leg. I think it was your right one or left one.
Left.
His left leg. He said it all went numb. So we were both, me and Lindsay and Brandy went out there, like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "It just hurts. It hurts. It just can't feel it." So we're like, "What the heck?" And then I think Alan said, he's like, "Oh, we killed a baby scorpion over there earlier." So I think that's what got him to go over there and look.
Oh, I
Then
see.
he got to step on, that 3-inch, 4-inch scorpion.
No.
So me and Lindsay rushed him to the hospital. Then another 30 seconds went by. He's like, I can't feel my tongue. Everything started going numb on him. His tongue was twitching. Then when we finally got to the hospital, I think the hospital was like 5 minutes away. So we got there. Then they got him in a room right away. But as soon as his eyes were even twitching, like everything was just like going
That's
numb on him,
terrible.
man.
Yeah, I know, man.
He was just in pain. Like, he never cries,
Yeah.
I swear. But he was just bawling
Yeah.
because he was in so much pain.
So I've never. I tell you this. I'm 53 years old. I've never met anybody who got stung by a scorpion before. No. So hey, you went through a hard time, but it was crazy because was that King said it seemed like a movie.
Yeah.
Scorpion bites only happen in movies that
Yeah,
I see. 'Cause
yeah.
we're from the Midwest, So when I heard about that while you guys were still out there, because somebody stopped me at the DG and said, "Hey, so how's that young man that got stung by the scorpion?" I said, "What?" I didn't know what they meant. So then I started asking around, and I found out too. So, but hey, man, I'm really glad that you toughed it out and that you pulled through. Because that's scary.
Yeah, he had to tough it out because, anti-venom is really expensive.
Oh yeah.
And they told us he needed like 12 vitals. Then one vital, it costs us between $7,500 to $3,600.
Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy. So he had to tough it out, but if it got worse, it would have gave the anti-venom.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had to tough it out. It was crazy. We sat in for an hour, or the ER for 6 hours.
Ugh.
Did you at least get a play? No.
Oh yeah, he played through a pool play.
Oh,
he
you
got
got
through
to
pool
play.
play.
You got to
Oh.
play before that though. Oh, okay, good.
Well, it was on the championship game.
Before.
No,
I
he
didn't
didn't.
play.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh,
it
man.
happened between the
Damn.
semis and the championship game.
Yeah.
But still, at least got to play the rest of the tournament, though, right? Yeah.
And that's the thing going out there. Like they got all kinds of snakes and
Yeah.
scorpions. Here we don't have that.
We was talking about that too. Like, man, how could we didn't talk about watch out for these things?
Yeah.
We didn't even bother even talking about scorpions or it's crazy.
Everybody just jumped to the bee sting
Yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah.
I would have did the same thing too.
Oh, man.
I would have did the same thing.
So besides, okay, check it out. So besides that experience, the bad experience, what was a good experience that you took away from the tournament? What was something that you're gonna remember for years to come?
Nothing.
Did you get to hold on to that championship trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe that picture, maybe the team picture, something like that. Maybe you can get one of those and hang it up in your house, because that's a special award you guys got, that championship out there. So make sure you don't take that lightly. That's a nice award you got right there.
I know that the sweater he got, it was a small. So they had to ship him another one, his size. So
Hey, I wanna give props to the crew. Look at that crew right there.
I know,
That's a lot
man.
of people that made out to Las Vegas.
yo, it was cool. See all those parents out there
Let's
like
get
that.
let's get little Jeffrey up here.
Not a boy 10.
All right. Good job, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN. You are listening to the show. We got the 5th grade New Breed basketball team in here with us. They're national champions this year down in Las Vegas. They have this tournament out there every year. They call it the Natties. And Coach Evan took the team from Winnebago out there. They did really well this season too, up at the leagues up in the city. And then they did some traveling too during the school year, and did won a couple championships during that time too. And then today, Winnebago's got the New Breed basketball team as national champions. And yeah, that picture right there is documentation for that, you guys. And so now on the microphone we have Jeffrey Barrett Jr. Little Jeff, step up to the mic and say what's up.
What's up?
Oh, so little Jeff, hey. So one thing I noticed about this guy right here is that he always got the coolest shoes on, and I noticed that. And you guys got the colors right here, and he got the matching
Kobe's.
matching Kobe's. Jalen Brunson wears those Statue of Liberties. I want to give you props for those shoes right there. Those ain't cheap shoes. But hey, baby Jeff, I want to ask you the same question I've been asking everybody else here. Tell me something good that you took from the tournament out in Las Vegas. Something you're gonna remember.
Winning the championship.
Winning the championship. Ooh. So how many games did you guys play? Did you get buckets? No buckets?
Yeah, I got
But
a
you-
couple buckets.
couple buckets?
Yeah,
A couple buckets is just helping it
a
out.
couple rebounds, couple
Yeah,
steals.
that's my thing, same one. So I went to a couple of your guys' games before, and I noticed that one of the roles on your team is to be the hustler. One of the hustlers, one of the guys that dives after the balls and gets after loose balls and rebounds, doing those little things like that. And that right there is a really important role to have, because not too many people can have that role on a basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna have all your guys diving into the stands trying to save a ball, or really ding somebody up on one side and going down on the other side and working hard. A lot of guys just kind of play hard on one side, but I notice you do on both sides. So is that about right? You're a hustler out there on the team? 'Cause that's what I noticed. Yeah. So what grade you in, Jeffrey?
5th.
You're in 5th grade. So you guys will be in junior high pretty soon. Do you only play basketball, or do you play other sports too?
Only basketball.
Only basketball? Oh, putting the work in. Coach Chris, you got anything for this young man?
What was better, the strip or playing basketball?
Playing basketball.
No.
Yeah, he's a hard worker. Every time he gets out there, man, he just, like you said, he just hustles and he gives it his best effort, 110% every time. You don't have to remind him or anything. He goes out there and does it.
Yeah, another young man from a basketball family too. His big brother Dahami's kind of tearing it up out there down at Haskell during his track season. I know that little Jeff here. He has a kind of a lot of people in his family to kind of look up to too. So They probably all got expectations for this guy too. So I just want to tell you, as your as a coach, as a sports talk show guy, and then as your uncle too, that just keep on working hard. Okay, sometimes you might want to hop on your game or do this, do that, when you should be working on your game. But have fun when you're young like this. I know a lot of times parents like myself. I'm a real hard parent to my boys and stuff like that. I tell them, you gotta be doing this, you gotta be doing that. And sometimes they don't want to listen because they want to chill for a little bit, And so then, so I always got to make sure they're kind of working hard. But then what I forget too, though, Jeff, what I forget a lot of times is that my boys need to be kids too, and they need to have fun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you that too. I always work hard, right? But then have fun too. Oh, got that?
Yep.
All right. Let's get somebody else up here. Is that? All right. Anton?
Yeah.
Hop on up here, Anton.
Mr. Hustle and Mr. Defense.
Oh,
if they had
got
a
it.
defense reward out there, he would have got it.
Okay.
For sure.
Can you hear us now, Anton?
Yeah.
All right. So good. Sit up straight. All right. So, Anton, let's talk about Las Vegas, all right? What was the funnest thing that you took out of your trip from Las Vegas? When you got home and you got to tell your friends or your family about your trip, what'd you talk about?
I didn't tell no one.
You didn't tell no one? But people knew that you guys won your tournament, right? You had to because you got a sweater on.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have some fun out there?
Yeah.
So, did you guys stay in a hotel room or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
All right, tell me about your experience at your Airbnb with your buddies.
Or what?
Is that where you stay with your buddies? Did you guys play games? Did you guys
Yeah.
have fun? Did you guys cook out?
No cookout.
No? Huh?
So we was busy, because we got these guys games, and we had Trayla, she played with Mambas down there, so it was back and
two
forth.
teams back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was me, Brandy, Sky, Lindsay, and Shelby all stayed in one
Yeah.
Airbnb, and Darlene all in one Airbnb. So it was
Oh.
Anton, Gabe, Mark, Colson, Trayla, so it was nonstop. They were running around,
Yeah.
trying
yeah.
not to break stuff.
Hey Anton, if you could give anybody a shout out over the radio, who would you give a shout out to?
I don't know.
You wanna
Not
give
even your mom?
You want to give a shout out to your mom? Anybody on the radio?
Oh, my mom.
Give a shout out to your mom. Who's your mom?
Shelby.
Oh, shout out to Shelby. all right. Hey, all right, we're good. Thank you. Hey, thanks, Anton. Thanks for your time, buddy. Go ahead, you can turn that one off.
Yep.
All right. Hey, these guys are just young, kind of sit here, kind of cute guys, and trying to do these interviews, and they're all nervous. Or most of them was nervous. A couple guys got up here, like King got up here, he seems like he's a natural on the mic, so we'll have to get him up here on his own at some point in time.
Yeah.
But hey, I want to say congratulations, Coach Evan. Like, to be honest, Coach Tristan and I talk about this all the time. We see other coaches out there doing stuff with our kids from Winnebago, and all it could do is just make us proud, make us proud as coaches, as mentors for young men, and so I gotta say congratulations, and I want to give you some props for all you've been doing for this age group here. And I know that there's probably other kids that want to join the same team, the same age group, but you can only have so many,
Mm-hmm.
And I know that from experience, and so all I can say is these boys, take them for the ride of their life,
Yeah.
take them for the ride of their life, and when they get to junior high and high school, you're gonna have to hand them over to somebody, and then it looks like we're doing some good things in the community at Winnebago. So those hands that you're going to be handing them off to are going to be some good hands,
Yeah.
And so we just as youth coaches, we just got to get these guys ready for those guys. Make sure they know what they're supposed to be doing. And but in summertime, you can still pick them up and take them around in summertime, you know, for skills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just keep them going throughout the off season, because you guys know that the basketball season never ends. You know, the best season is the off
Absolutely.
season
Sure.
anyway. So,
Yeah.
but let's see here. What we got on time here? Oh, 6:02. I think we spoke to everybody, right, guys?
Yep.
All right. Hey, you boys. So, if anybody wants to step up here real quick, like to give shout outs, okay, but listen, do it quietly and do it calmly, okay? So one after the other. All right. Say your name and your shout out. Oh, you don't even need to put those on. Just say your name and your shout out.
Alan, my mom.
All right.
Ooh.
Who's next?
Auntie Tally.
Colson, and shout out to my dad.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, shout out to my mom and dad.
No. Anybody else?
Anyone else?
King, shout out to my mom and dad.
No. Anybody else? You guys?
Shout out to that scorpion.
Shout out to my mom and Choka.
No.
Good one.
All right, looks like that's all the shout outs, guys. Hey, you boys, one last time, I want to say thank you guys for coming up here, sharing your guys' time with us up here at the show. Then I want to say congratulations one last time. Well, I'm not going to say one last time, because I'm probably going to say congratulations to you guys a lot as you guys are growing up. But congratulations for your win down there at Nationals down in Las Vegas. Big tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
And then, Coach Evan, I want to give you an opportunity to give some shout outs, the last shout outs here.
Yeah, just shout out to the parents again, holding it down on the fundraiser side, and, just bringing your efforts and just being engaged, So shout out to the parents, shout out to my fiance, and shout out to these boys, for just letting me build them up, to bring the best out of them, and yeah.
Yep.
And shout out to OC and Haniga for, letting us represent through the basketball side.
Yeah. And real quick, like before we end with you, in a nutshell, that championship game, because we never got to the championship game. I remember you said that you guys were behind.
Yeah.
So real quick, like tell us how that ended.
And like I said earlier, Mark started that run at 3, then everyone started clicking. Allen hit a 2, Cade hit a 2. Then it just built. Everything was just clicking for us, build the momentum. Then that momentum, it got the coach mad, and that coach ended up getting a tech. So I think with a minute left, Mark got to shoot the free throws to seal it. So, and I think that championship meant everything for these guys, because all year we got there, but we never finished.
Yeah.
So this one means a lot to them.
Yep.
Got over the hump. Perfect
Yeah.
time, man. All right, hey, Coach Chris, you got any last shout outs, bud?
I just wanna say, congrats to the guys, and just to Evan, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. I mean, it takes a lot. I've been there too. Gets tiring, but if you're in it for the right reasons and things like that, then it's pretty easy. But just keep doing what you're doing, and mad respect for me and support, and just looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the next couple of years too. So keep working hard.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. This is another episode of the show. Say thank you from Coach Q and Coach Chris, Coach Evan, and DJ Best Me. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.